My name is Ida Maslina. I'm the co-founder of mygalaw.biz.my. So I just read out a summary of what is Voice of Change is all about. Actually, we already started a Voice of Change since last year. Kan betul Datin Liz started with organised by Adela. Adela was led by Datin Liz, Datin Dr. Liz Hassan. So Voice of Change vision is in line with Adela mentoring program vision. So we work hand in hand with Women Mentoring Network, and we are empowering men and especially women to have reinforced self-worth and confidence through a work-life balance approach, focusing on 7 pillars of life. We aim to be a platform for passionate individuals to come together and be empowered in achieving remarkable feats both in their professional and personal life. So for today's session, we have here Miss Annie Yahaya. Let me read about her, some biodata about her. She's passionately curious about people and business. She's also a founder of Vital Voices of Asia, a Malaysia-based people development firm. And she's a co-founder of Coachwork Asia, and is a Hong Kong-based executive coaching firm. And she's also the founder of International Muslim Women Coaching Academy, and she's also a global associate coach at Positive Breakthrough of Australia. Yeah, wow, tremendously amazing, yeah. In front of us right here today. She's also a holder of diploma in holistic wellness from UK, and have a lot of certifications from all around the world. Certification from US, from UK, from Indonesia, from Australia, around the globe. Yeah, I believe she's have a lot of vast networks all over the world. So we are very lucky today because she will share about her experience and about her journey about uh, happiness, and also about how we live this life to be happy, and how we want to encounter our our life journey. Okay. Annie has launched her career with a leading global hotel management brand in Tokyo, upon graduating from Bunka Gakuen University. Wow, you have management, you're from the hotel management in Tokyo. That was a great experience. Maybe you can share it later with all of us. And she's also I find it very interesting. This one is a woman in learning and development. Yeah, call it WILD. WILD, a virtual knowledge sharing initiative with a vision to fill the earth with strength and wisdom of empowered women. Wow, this was in October 2020. This was during our PKP, Miss Annie. Okay, I think not to prolong the introduction about yourself, maybe I pass the mic to you, Annie. Over to you.
Absolutely. MashaAllah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Puan Ida, for the very, um, I don't know what to say. Thank you for the introduction. And thank you, everyone. I have to greet you first and foremost for being here, because I understand it is not easy to spend time away from work. Ya, masa kita sekarang tak macam masa-masa dulu. Thank you so much for making the time to be with us. I see some familiar faces, my friends. VJ is in the house. Welcome, VJ. I know you're very curious about the topic happiness. Thank you for joining me. And as much as I welcome you, I also want to express my gratitude to Adla. Thank you, the founder, Datin Dr. Liz Hassan, and her wonderful team for inviting me to grace this event today, the first of Voice of Change 2022. So thank you so much. I'm really humbled, everyone. Um, I chose this topic because in my journey in the past 2 years, especially in the past 2 years, many has come to this space where they say, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm giving up. I just want to go away. I just want to go for a holiday, but I can't even go for a holiday because I don't have the money to pay for it. So where do I go? What do I do? Right? So I think it's timely that we start to think about what peace means to us, what joy means to us, what happiness means to us. Having said that, I also understand that we all go through this life journey experiencing different sort of pains, kan orang kata we are all in the same storm, we are in the same storm but riding in different boats, kan. Some of us have bigger ships, some ada sampan aja. Can you imagine the big waves and you're in sampan? And if you liken that to your life, kita kata alah, go through aja, kebalkan diri aja. It's tough because we are all not the same sebenarnya, kita berbeza. So what I want to share with you today is something that I practiced personally in the past 2 years, and it worked for me in my own boat. And I pray that whatever I share today with you is good for you in your boat as well, as we together ride the storm. Are we okay with that? Are we in agreeable? Are we in agreement? Tersasul-sasul begini, Masya Allah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, agreed.
So before I start into the grand content, kononnya, the grand content, I'm curious, where is everyone coming from? Are we all from KL, Selangor? Maybe you want to unmute or you want to put in the chat. Where are you at? Where are you located? I know VJ is in PJ. There you go. Where is everyone else from? Ampang, Masya Allah. Putrajaya, Dr. Lily. Okay. Perak, Atira. Are you my Atira? My Atira. Ulu Klang, Masya Allah, Alhamdulillah. So Perak is the furthest, yeah? Okay, thank you, Alhamdulillah. Did I miss anyone? Is there anyone from other states? Okay,
So
we're nearby.
basically all of us are from Malaysia, yeah.
Malaysia.
So
Oh,
kita
ada dari
can
Serepan.
so kita can mix language
Bercampur-campur
lah.
bahasa.
Yes,
Masya Allah.
correct.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Ada juga dari Seremban. Alhamdulillah. And I have a second question, just to make this conversation more real for you. How many of us here are are in business? Or maybe let me change that question. Are you in business? If you are in business, you type B. If you are a working person, type A. A if you're working, you're employed. C dan lain-lain. All right, so we've got entrepreneurs here. Dan lain-lain, Vijay. Vijay, why don't you show your face?
Dan lain-lain tu apa tu?
Kita ada
Can
student,
we maybe ask Mr. Vijay, lain-lain tu apa? What are you?
Vijay is living his most glorious time of his life, happily retired. So that's what you call it.
I see.
Happily retired, mashallah. And siapa student tu joyously studying. There you go.
Wow.
Took my
You are a
hand.
student and also doing business at the same time.
He's a book author too, mashallah, alhamdulillah.
Wow.
So, okay. So we've got sisters and brothers, one brother, two brothers in the space of business. So we've got, do we have career women here? Ada. And we have got a student and dan lain-lain, mashallah. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's begin. Alhamdulillah. Let me know if you can see my screen, yeah? Okay. Are you able to see my screen? MashaAllah.
Yes, Annie.
Perfect. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much. Okay, so I chose this topic, like I said, because happiness, peace, joy seems to be depleting, become smaller as the COVID world become bigger. Betul tak? And there's still a lot of sense of loss, kehilangan. Hilang apa? Kita rasa hilang sense of security. We lost a sense of comfort, of freedom, of normalcy. For some of us, we have lost a lot of money. And for some of us, we lost love also. And because people are not able to manage and expect apa patut aku lakukan dalam ketidakseimbangan hidup ini sekarang. Hidup di luar tak seimbang, hidup dalam apatah lagi kan. And then kalau kita ada anak-anak ramai kat sekolah, anak-anak pun terkotak-kanting, sekolah macam mana, makan macam mana, kerja macam mana. So there's never been such an uncertain and insecurities in our lives as we are facing today. So I want to introduce to you something, bukan introduce ya, I think that's a wrong word to use, tapi remind you that we have power within us to make changes. We just need to know how. You know, you go to different places, people will share with you their ways of doing it. And today I'm going to share with you my way of doing it. It will work for you. It's just a matter of time because what I'm about to share is universal. You know it from one point or the other. I'm just pulling it all together in a few slides. And I invite you to participate and to ask questions and interrupt. That's okay. Because I have learned that that is the best way to learn. Yeah. Or you just jump into the chat box and throw your question kat situ and then kita akan berhenti once in a while and kita tangkap soalan tu. Okay? All right. Let's go. Three keys to peace, joy, and happiness. So we're going to talk about three things, but split into two parts. The first part, I want you to see this image. Look at this. These are pictures of peace, joy, and happiness. Do you agree? Ada lagi tak bayangan-bayangan yang lain yang mungkin saya tak letak dalam ni yang menggambarkan peace and joy and happiness? Maybe this is everything already, kan? Lebih kurang lah. Now.
Yeah, basically we can see all the pictures there is happy. It's a happy moment.
Yeah, happy moment, kan? So I like that. Thank you for contributing, Ida. See, I want to introduce the concept of pictures as well to describe emotions. Sebab for a lot of time, bila kita tanya, what makes you happy? What is happiness to you? Kalau Intan, if I ask you, Intan, when you talk about peace, yeah, what do you mean? How does it look like, Intan?
From this picture?
No, from your experience. From your experience. Kalau you cakap kat Annie, I nak peace lah. I tak larat dah. I nak ketenangan aja. Ketenangan tu macam mana rupa?
Sukar digambarkan dengan ketenangan itu tidak boleh digambarkan. So it's something that you feel it. Only you know how peace you are. It's hard to describe lah.
Kadang-kadang kita tak sedar pun kita tu sebenarnya dah tenang kan?
Betul.
Dah tenang sebenarnya kita ni. Cuma saja je ada je gangguan yang kata kau tak cukup tenang ni. Kau tak cukup bahagia ni. Kau tak cukup joyous ni. Betul tak?
Betul.
But when we want to be sure ourselves, one of the ways that we can do is to look at pictures. So kita tak dapat nak gambarkan, tapi bila I tunjuk 6 gambar ni, 7 gambar ni, kita dapat tampak kan? Oh, this is the picture of peace. This is the picture of joy and happiness. And actually, I already have it. Itu point pertama saya. Point kedua saya, sekiranya you cannot describe what peace, joy, and happiness means to you, then look for pictures. Just Google and find something that relates to you, and then keep it. Keep it, because then I'm going to teach you how to use this picture. Every one of you, take a piece of this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Which of these 7 pictures attracts you most? Pilih satu saja.
I choose D.
D. Very
Yes.
nice. What does that mean to you, Ida?
It's about a picture with family, with our family, with the husband, with our kids. Happy, hug each other.
So the
Happy
word you choose for
family.
it is happy, happy family. And what does
Yeah.
that make you feel?
I feel so comfort, feel so macam there's no other things in the world that can that can interrupt our emotion if we have a happy family.
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah.
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, very
Yeah.
good.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much, Alhamdulillah. Anyone else? Do you have a picture that attracts you most?
I choose G, Annie.
Okay, wow. What's inside there?
I don't know. I personally, I think maybe some of you guys can relate, some don't. For me, finding peace, lah kan ketenangan, right? Having my me time moment, somewhere having my coffee, and then I do that all the time.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, morning before I even enter my office at one time, So now tak dapat lah because I'm working from home.
Okay.
But for me, that is ketenangan for me.
Alhamdulillah.
The moment that I can actually reflect, and then recharge and think. I mean, put my thinking cap. What's next? What I would like to do, things like that. So that's peace for me. Yeah.
MashaAllah, you articulate very well. So peace means you are able to have your cup of coffee and it's your me time. And that's when you are able to reflect, to look back at moments, to start thinking forward and stuff like that, right? See, MashaAllah, very good. Anyone else? One more. One more person.
Yeah, from the chat box, I can see here Intan also choose G because it's a comforting for her. Because it's a coffin fix for her. Mr. Mr.
Okay.
Vijesh, he chose B because he said it's close at heart. Dr. Lily, Sri Shamsidatul, choosing A. I'm not so sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Maybe Dr. Lily, you want to say something? Why you choose A?
I just like on the chat box.
I couldn't hear that. Sorry. What did you
Dr.
say?
Lily?
Dia kata dia put in the chat group because dia tak berapa.
Tak bercakap. Okay, fine.
Okay. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, then there's Atira choosing D. Maybe Atira, you want to say something? Why you choose D?
Because family can make me happy.
MashaAllah. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for sharing, ladies. Okay, so my point here being, sometimes when it is hard to describe, grab a picture that may relate to what you want to express. Yeah, it can be any picture, and pictures are available in abundance. Kat mana-mana pun kan. But for the purpose of this conversation today, we want to ask questions. We want to ask a few questions. I'm a coach. For the last 10 years, question is my life. I'm always asking people questions to the point that like, oh my God, I don't have the answer. But the answer is where the freedom lies. The answer is where your true, authentic self is screaming for, wanting to express. Jadi, belajarlah bertanya soalan. Tapi ada soalan-soalan yang bahaya tau. Jadi kita kena belajar bertanya soalan yang baik. Powerful questions. What does peace look like for me? What does joy feel like for me? What does happiness sound like? Ya, kita bermain dengan 3 perkara ni. Feel, look, sound, like. Kita hard to describe, but when we feel, kita tahu, oh ini sebenarnya yang aku nak. Oh ini sebenarnya aku nak bau sebenarnya. Aku rindu bau ni sebenarnya. I tak nak kuih tu. I rindu rasa dia. And that makes me happy. For example. Okay. But knowing something, bila dah dapat jawapan tu, it doesn't lead to us getting it. Knowing doesn't mean getting. We have to look for it. So kat mana kita nak look for peace, joy and happiness ni? Where in this space, inside us, outside of us, where is it? So here's where it is. We start looking here. Peace, joy and happiness is located at the center of 3 questions. What, why, and how? What do I mean? You see, when we have clarity on what we want, kita dah clear apa kita nak. And then kita dah clear why we want it. And then kita dah clear how we will get it. Clear. Apa aku nak, kenapa aku nak, macam mana aku akan dapat, then you will find power, motivation, energy, entah dari mana-mana, muncul dalam jiwa ni for us to go forward. And you go like, wow, in the morning you wake up, you jump off the bed because you tahu apa you nak. You tahu kenapa you nak, and you tahu macam mana you nak. That is where it is located. So soalan yang kita harus selalu bertanya, this is simplified version of self-coaching, yeah? Very simple. What do I want? Have clarity on that. Why do I want it? Have clarity on that. And how will I get it? And the bad news is, the how is where we get stuck at. Cara ni. Aku tahu aku nak apa. Aku tahu kenapa. Tapi cara dia, alamak, sangkut. And then there's a big part of the how. If I can say 50% of your how, the problem is solved by the 3 keys. Will that be too big of a claim? I think it's okay to claim that 50% of your how, the problems of your how is solved when you get the 3 keys. And the 3 keys are, no, before we go there, let's do a test case. What do I want? So since dalam group ni ramai yang business women, businessmen, entrepreneurs, let's do an example. What do I want? What do business people normally want?
To succeed in
Okay,
their business.
kita kena pecah lagi. Because kita tengah cari tu, kita tahu kat tengah-tengah tu is success, happiness, kan? Happiness tu success, all the great things kat tengah tu. Kita break down lower sikit. So sebagai seorang ahli perniagaan, apakah selalu yang kita nak? Okay, let me throw in, yeah.
Majority would choose money lah.
Money, yeah,
Wealth.
money. And where is money coming from?
How will I get it?
Yeah. How will I get it, kan? Tapi the money is being paid by someone, kan?
People around us lah, that means.
The consumer, kan? The customer. So what do I want? You have to find clarity to that point. I want a dream client. I tak nak 1,000 client. I nak client yang bayar I 1 million. Katalah. You have to go to that point of clarity. You nak apa? I want, let's just say my business, right? My business, Vital Voices Asia, when I started, I was very clear. I only want to work with 10 clients, but that 10 clients are dream clients. I don't want to work with 100 clients. I just want to work with 10 clients. That sort of clarity, though, that is what you want, and decide it to that point. So for the purpose of our conversation hari ni, kita nak apa? Kita nak a dream client. A dream client who can bring us $1 million a year. US dollars. Ringgit is weakening. Kan,
US dollar, eh?
$1 million a year. Okay, why do I want it? Why do I want it? Also, kita kena ask, go deeper and deeper and deeper. Kenapa aku nak $1 million ni? Okay, business women in the house, kenapa kita nak money? So we list because I want to improve the quality of my life. I want to spread economy of the country. I want to support the growth of the nation. What else? I want to work with the dream client because I need good branding. I need the business to be sustainable. I want to build relationship. I want to pay fat bonus to my staff. Whatever. List why you want to do it. Panjang-panjang, sebesar-besar, sekecil-kecil, list. And then the third question. Dah clear dah ni kan, what I want, and here are the 101 reasons why I want a dream client. How will I get it? So, how do we get things is so wide and dynamic. Terlampau banyak benda yang involved. Kita sekarang duduk dalam dunia internet, right? How could mean getting yourself equipped and understand the world of NFT, metaverse, that big words that people like us, me lah, my generation go like, what in the world? How can I ever compete with the business of today who is doing NFT? Kan? How? But you know what? Let me tell you, that challenge is a secondary challenge. We have a primary challenge kat atas ni yang kita kena overcome dulu. Ini yang I katakan 50% of the situation of your challenges will be taken care of by doing this, by understanding this. Are we excited to know what? What is our energy right now, Ed? Are we curious now?
Yeah. So that means, Annie, what we have to do, first step is what? What do I want? Second step,
want.
then only go to why. Then after that, the last but not least is how. Is it?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, that's right, Ida. So it's in a group, kan? It's together. We always rotate back to what I want and why do I want it. Kalau kita tersasar dalam kehidupan kita, kita balik bertanya, why do I want this sebenarnya? Because my want is so big, masalah I sebenarnya tak ada masalah sebenarnya because my want is so big. So we keep going back to this. It's a cycle and it's a circle. Okay, so the three keys. The three keys is bus. As in bus. As in 3-letter bus. Let's get into the first letter. Number one is belief. The power of belief. Let me tell you this, yeah. When we believe, we are winning already. Dekat mana? We are winning in the mind. Because what we believe, apa yang kita percaya, it drives what we do. And what we do determines what we achieve. So when our belief is strong, we perform smarter, better, bigger, and we build greater resilience. And this is true everywhere, ya. Sama ada dalam business ke, dalam sports, athletics ke, dalam education ke, or in personal relationship. What we believe either empower us atau limit us, kekang kita. When we have empowering beliefs, our performance will go up. But when we have limiting beliefs, we won't do anything. Our performance will go down. When we are under pressure, especially then, it's easy to go out and say, I don't want to do this, it's too much trouble. But when you have a strong belief, a strong why, sebab itu it's important to tanya, why am I doing this? What is it that I want? So we keep going back to what and why. So my best recommendation for you right now is to always check into your belief. Because belief ni boleh buat 4 perkara. Belief creates vision for you. What do I mean? Bila you believe, let's just say, let's take an example. In the alamak, I tak buat my history check, but I think it was in the late 80s, someone had thought in their mind that they believe Malaysia can be a first world nation. Believe. And the world needs to know that Malaysia is coming. But how do we do it? Malaysia versus the big brag, the big nations of the world. How can Malaysia be seen? But I believe strongly that Malaysia has the potential. So what does he do? He has this image in his mind of a brand, of a monument, of a physical evidence that Malaysia is coming. Be careful or beware, guys. And then the Twin Tower happens. There was a belief first that Malaysia has potential as a country, and then the work comes next. We are going to talk about that. So belief forms vision. I believe that I am designed to be a businesswoman. I believe that I can speak. I believe that I can come out from this hardship. I believe that I can sit for this paper. I believe that my dream client is just outside my door. I just have to look for her. What do you believe? So when we have belief so strong, and it creates will, it creates not will. Will tu kita ada. Aku nak jadi ahli perniagaan. I want to be a successful ahli perniagaan. Tapi bila you believe, it powers. Macam kereta kan. So belief is the engine that powers the car. So believe in you, believe that I can be a good businesswoman. It gives strength to your will. And because you believe so strongly, you jadi resilient. Jatuh bangun, jatuh bangun, jatuh bangun. Because you believe it can happen, it will happen, it must happen. And the world needs it. And
Annie, may I interrupt you?
yes.
Sometimes when we do this, our belief, kita believe on, kita percaya kita can do it, kita percaya kita have the strength, kita percaya we can do lah everything. Tapi sometimes there's a certain state, macam ada small voices inside us yang cakap, macam ada benda lah, macam ada apa tu, macam ada satu makhluk halus kan kat dalam diri kita sometimes macam interrupt our will tu. Macam mana kita nak apa tu, nak push that away from us.
So my best recommendation is to not push it away. That is a natural protection mechanism for everyone. Semua orang ada. You are not unique, Ida. Semua orang ada. And in the neuroscience space, in NLP space, we call it dragon, kan? In some space, we call it monkeys. So dia memang banyak kat sini. Memang banyak. Kita kata, I can do this. Dia kata, kau tak boleh. Kita ke depan 10 kan, dia panggil balik 20. So alih-alih kita kat situ juga. So my best recommendation for you is to not push away, But to have a conversation with your monkey. Cakap kat dia, thank you so much. Thank you for reminding me that there are risks around here. I can manage this. Love me instead. Love me instead. Support me instead.
Oh, cakap thank you
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Maybe
everything
we
is
can
good in
practice
this world,
that.
right? All right.
Okay, thanks
I'm
for the
wary
advice.
of time. Yes. Number 4, bila kita ada kepercayaan tu, kita terbakar tau. Ada terbakar kan, ignite and activate. Bila kita dah terpadam kejap, go back to our why. So kita percaya dah kita boleh buat, kita perlu dia, kita tahu this is the best way for me, it will be activated. I nak tambah lagi sebenarnya, if you're a Muslim, kita ada our own sets of belief kan. Itu rukun iman kita tu.
Ya,
Itu pun
rukun iman.
kepercayaan juga. But this is generally it is universal. We will have to start with belief. Next, how do we practice? Kita kena practice empowering belief ni sebenarnya sebab kita ini adalah small nucleus tau. Kita ni small molecule, little tiny ball in a world of a lot of things. Dalam perasaan, dalam jiwa kita, kita selalu rasa it's me against me, it's me against others, it's me against the world. So we need to change our language. It's not me against me. Yeah. Macam kita cakap tadi kan, Ida, thank you for asking that question because it's not me against my monkey. It's me with my monkey. It's me with others. It's me with the world. It's a change of your worldview. How do we see the world? So how do we practice? We practice collaborative thinking. I am in the space with other people around me. It's the people are also unsure. People are also afraid. People are also fearful. People are also having the same ambition, and therefore, the question that I need to ask is, what do I believe about me? I believe that I'm kind. I believe that I can do this. I believe that everyone who is in this space today, this morning, since 10 o'clock, wants to learn. I believe that they also have a lot of things to share with me. I believe that the world is abundant sebenarnya. I believe that there is every one of us has our own share. That's me. What about you? What are you believing? Kalau kita ada scale sekarang ni kan, scale kat belah kiri is negativity, and scale as kita melangkah ke belah kanan is positivity. Check in on yourself. Is what you believe berat ke arah negativity atau ke arah positivity? Sebab if your belief berat ke arah negativity, then it will not happen for you. That means you are in a mindset of fixed. Cukup je, aku banyak ni je. Aku boleh buat gini je. Takdir aku dapat klien yang great. Sekali beli, hilang dah. That's the best. Or earning 3,000 ringgit is the max. That's very fixed. If you want to change that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the place to start. You. What are you believing about you? So when you move the tombol tu ke arah positivity, so I believe yang you should have is, I believe that I am able to receive unlimited amount of happiness. I am deserving unlimited amounts of wealth. I deserve. I believe I deserve. I believe it's out there for me. And I believe that one day, at some day, very close in the future, very near in the future, I will find that $1 million customer. I believe so much. Because I believe in the higher power. And because the higher power is greatly abundant. So bila kita find ourselves trapped in the negativity, kan, tombol yang ke belah kiri sikit, cepat-cepat alih ke belah kanan. Pergi ke, what do I believe about this now? Kalau I believe dia tu memang tak baik lah, dia ada niat jahat. That's it. Kalau you believe dia ada niat sebaik-baiknya and I will be able to work with her one day and both of us will be prosperous, inshallah it will work for you. Do I make sense so far? Any questions?
That means in ourselves kita have to think positive. Any
betul.
situation, even even it's a bad situation or it's our bad day, kita kena think positive. Is it? Is it what
That's
you are
right.
saying just now?
That's right, Ida. Although I will qualify, ya, bila kita kata think positive, susah nak think positive. Jadi kita pergi balik ke diri, tanya soalan ni. What do I believe about this situation right now? Kalau jawapan dia, I believe benda ni jadi sebab I salah, atau I believe benda ni jadi sebab dia jahat, maka you dah create a block already. Dia jahat lah. But if you believe that there are lessons in this, ada benda yang boleh saya belajar dari perkara ini. Dan soalan yang seterusnya ialah, apakah itu? And then you forget everything else. Orang tu jahat ke? Orang tu berniat buruk ke? It's not your problem. Your problem right now, bukan your problem, your need to do right now is to say, what am I learning from here? About me first. Oh, rupanya aku ni super sensitif. Oh, rupanya aku kena gini-gini. The next question then is, what can I do better then? Cukup, it's about me. Okay? All right, I'm wary of time, so I want to fly through the next few slides. And I welcome questions, okay? If I get too fast. Belief. So now we're done with belief. We've got to make sure that our belief is centered. Yeah. Because what we believe is. Full stop. Kedua, action. We can say anything, believe anything, you know, we can have, this is the truth, we can have dreams, we can have visions, we can have goals, wants, all sorts of things. But this cannot materialize into reality, into fruition, sekiranya kita tak bergerak. Sekira kita don't take action. Okay? Kita ada banyak theories, kita banyak strategic meetings, kita banyak plan macam-macam ni, keluar masuk. But if we don't work it, we don't take action, nothing will happen. And taking action here means also to be ready to accept failures. Because within failures adalah lessons. Lessons. What can I learn from here? What is this? What is COVID teaching me? What is lockdown? 6 months, 8 months, extended, teaching me about me, teaching me about people around me, teaching me about my business. The power of action is actually dreaming it first. Macam, dreaming that Malaysia can be a great nation. And then think it, okay, in what way is Malaysia gonna be a great nation? And then plan it. All right, the way is by brand marking with a great twin tower, the first twin tower in the world, and then build it. Saya bagi analogy twin tower, but this happens in your life as well. Visualize what it is that we want. continue to have that vision, that happy, joyous, peaceful vision in your mind. Intentionally plan for it and then work it. Macam Dr. Liz, she takes coffee and has her moments and she drinks it and she reflects it. That's her thinking and her planning and her doing bit. That happens. That doing nothing to is actually an action. That's doing something. Because even while you're sitting down drinking coffee, you are planning. Okay, and then in the world of meditation, Vijay will know this, is an act of slowing down your mind. But that process of slowing down your mind is also taking action. Because when you slow down your mind, you're helping your body to slow down as well. And when we slow down, mashallah, you know our brain, when we study neuroscience, when things start opening up, it is when we slow down, answers will come. Kita fikir bila kita aktif, plan, think, answers will come. No. Answers will come when we make space for it. And we make space when we're quiet. When you find a corner, drink coffee and reflect. Okay, so what are some of the things that we can do to practice mindful actions? Inshallah, I will share these slides with you because kita tak sempat nak go through everything. But mindful action, I use the word mindful because action sekarang dah tak boleh orang muda sekarang cakap belasah je, tak boleh belasah. Taking action now have to be very mindful because we know our wants kan, we know our why kan, so we have to be very purposeful. Take small steps. There's no need to grow big fast. Grow slowly. Grow big slowly is okay. Don't do so much at once. Small bites is all right. And don't be afraid to start small. Katalah kita nak mencari, I want no one else but $1 million customer. What does that mean? If someone who's willing to pay you 5,000 ringgit, you tak tolak, I don't know. It's up to you. What do you believe? 5,000 ringgit customer will take a lot of my time, a lot of my energy until I have no time to find my $1 million customer. You believe that? Then say no. But if you believe that the 5,000 ringgit customer is the one who's going to teach me a lot about how to get my $1 million customer, by all means, go for it. You see, now we go back to belief. That is why belief must always come first before you take any action. Before you start anything, what do you believe? Okay. And the third key is the power of submission. What is submission? Submission is to let go. Let go. We are not robots. We are not machines. And we are not the creator of the universe. There is a bigger power that's arranging for all of this to happen. So the joy of living is to not control anything and make peace with that. How do we do this? How do we practice total letting go? Breathe in, alhamdulillah. Breathe in gratitude. And let go, just let go. Why let go? On top of what I've just shared, we want to let go also because we want to sleep well at night. Our body is not designed to carry a lot of problems. Bila kita carry problems, something else will manifest in our body, in our heart. Why? Why do you want to have all that? It's not worth it. We want to go to bed, mimpi indah. And then when we wake up, we just want to jump out of the bed. Alhamdulillah, another day to do another great thing, another day to pursue my dreams. Wonderful. And Another one is to accept. Terima. Accept that there are things you cannot change. There are things that you can change. There are things you can control, you can't control. And whatever outcomes that happen, despite all your effort, we go back to belief. Believe that it's good. Believe that it's good. There's always another day, and there are so many more opportunities for abundance. That's how we let go. So that, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much summarizes the key to finding peace, joy, and happiness. It's believing that you deserve it, that happiness is yours and it's near. Take action and then let go. But preceding that is knowing exactly what you want, why you want it, and then go for it.
Annie, one question.
Yes.
If we don't let go, I mean, we don't go to the submission or whatever, so would that lead to stress, depression?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You hold it within you, kan? You hold it and you keep thinking about it. Nak masak, nak letak garam, masuk gula. Kan? So you're like, nak panggil anak, nama anak ni panggil nama anak tu. Because your mind is not at peace. Because there's so many layers of things happening in your mind. And that's when you are not being mindful. And when you're not mindful, you dah macam balon yang dah maximum air capacity. Tinggal cucuk aja, meletup. And when that happens, there's no reversing, there's no going back. That's the risk that we take if we do not let go.
Okay. Yeah. Is there from participants? Is there any before we go to the next one, to the next slide? Ada apa-apa tak nak share or nak?
Well, I just wanted to share that as my show of gratitude for everyone in the room today. I'm very happy to share a free copy of my ebook. What you need to do is just go to this link and then download.
That would be great.
Inshallah.
Okay, so copy this link and you get the ebook. Maybe Shuaira or Dil can share in the chat group the link.
Yes, Adila has. Yeah.
Okay, so we open for question. Please ask. As what Annie cakap awal-awal tadi, ask. Asking question is the key.
Ya, silakan.
Ada siapa-siapa nak bersuara? We want to see, we want to hear voice. Your voice. Maybe Mr. Vijay, you want to say something?
Okay, thank you. First of all, to Yahaya, a wonderful, splendid job. Actually, I joined in because I'm just thinking how you could, in an hour, explain everything that you know, that is so much, and yet satisfy our participants' curiosity. So that's a big challenge, I know. Number two, to the organizers, thank you for so welcoming me. So the one point that I would like to raise is the question of beliefs. And sometimes we need to dig down on beliefs, because belief very much is programmed and conditioned to us from young.
Yeah.
So this is the part that I'm quite concerned. When you talk about beliefs, we need to look, how does one get the belief?
Yeah.
Where does it come? Because if the wrong programming and the wrong conditioning, then your belief system itself is a big issue. So that's so excellent point. You started with belief, because in my book I also talk everything rests in three things: your belief, your assumptions, and your values. So you hit it right.
So you've got buzz. You've got buzz. I've got buzz.
Yes, and it's everything goes back to your beliefs. as you pointed out, and the belief itself is a very big topic by itself. How do we get our
Totally,
beliefs? Thank you very much, and
totally.
thank you very much.
Thank you for your
That's
presence,
great.
sir.
Yeah, that's great. It's a very amazing sharing from Mr. Vijay. Mr. Vijay, you have a book. What is the title of your book?
And I will give you the pleasure.
It's a wonderful book. It's called Who Took My Honey?
Oh,
And
Who
it
Took My
has
Honey?
Took My Honey, and inside that book has work to do also, exercises, practical tips, reminders, and laid out in very simple language. My children are enjoying the books also right now. Alhamdulillah, very
Oh,
good.
okay.
Thank you.
That's great. Okay, can I have others? Siapa nak share? Nak ask question ke? Nak share ke? Maybe I can see here ada newcomers juga. Puan Yusnida, Encik Hafizul Ahmad, Puan Rafiza as well. So maybe you want to jump in and throw question ke, or you want to do your sharing? Please. Boleh unmute your mic.
Or maybe you can type in the chat box,
Yeah.
or maybe we can address it another time. Then we'll get back to you if you're curious, kan?
Yeah, correct. Kita just nak santai-santai je today. It's just a sharing, just to sharing our thoughts, sharing our journey in our life. Because I believe all of us here have a different life, have a different journey from since you're born up until now. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of apa ni kata the sweetest memories, the sweetest moment, the bad day, the apa ni, especially during the COVID, during the pandemic, a lot of affecting all of us. Macam mana you overcome it, or maybe you want to share siapa-siapa, because tak ada siapa yang on camera ni. I can see Intan, Mr. Vijay, Dr. Liz. Maybe Intan, you want to share something?
Yes, just my point of view to add on what Annie has presented earlier. And also Mr. Vijay, I totally agree with your 3 points as well. Belief, but some people have problem to have that belief. So for me, I've been using this. I don't know whether you call it a technique or whatnot. Keep on asking yourself why, and why. The more you ask why, the more you go to the root cause of everything. So identify your root cause. You can identify your problem. You will acknowledge your problem, and then you can alleviate that. So that's my sharing. So as long as you tak dapat lagi the root cause, you cannot identify apa yang buatkan you happy, apa yang buatkan you tak happy, what is the root cause lah, asal dia, akar dia nak cari kan. You find that first, then you will find your inner peace, or your joy, whatever that you call it. So that's my thought.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Intan, for
thank you,
sharing.
Intan, for the sharing. I saw here in the chat box from Encik Hafizul. It's a question. How about developing a good habit? How to develop a good habit, Annie?
One word. 2 words. Paksa diri.
Paksa diri,
there's no paksa. You have to paksa. There's no other way. Tak ada shortcut nak habit ni. Contoh dia, you want to wake up at 5 every morning. It's not easy. Not easy. You dah lah tidur 1 pagi. And then you kata, okay, every day I want to make a habit. Paksa. Vijay say have a strong why. when we know our outcome is what I want, and it's very, very important for me that I achieve this, paksa diri.
I totally agree with you, Eni, because currently, there's a lot of us, especially talking about business lah, coming from the business angle. Okay, where we where we started, I started, long time ago, at that time, we didn't have anyone to refer to. For example, there were no coaches, tak ada mentor. There was no such thing, Kita paksa diri lah, I like the word, to make it work, because we have burned our bridges. I left a job in MNC and embarked into entrepreneurship. So kita terpaksa diri. But currently, the current trend, looking into keusahawanan, a lot of people are dependent on coaches, dependent on mentors, which is okay, get started. But end of the day, if you sendiri don't have that strong will, you wouldn't be able to even move. Because at the end of the day, you kena paksa orang lain untuk buat, you listen, you get this pep talk, this motivation, but it only works at that moment. But to drive you to a different journey, to go further, you paksa diri. I love that. Yeah.
Paksa diri, tak ada jalan lain. Of course.
Tak ada jalan lain, yes.
Tak ada jalan lain. You buat. Paksa je lah.
Correct.
But you know it's
weight,
important.
right? Any like as simple as losing weight. There's a lot of coaches out there to help you to lose weight, right? Tapi kalau you kena dipaksa to lose weight, I'm talking from my perspective. I couldn't do it. I find it annoying. As I want to do my way,
Yeah, betul.
But you know it's important, right? You know it's important. But still, knowing and doing ada gap. Kat situ kena paksa.
Betul. Alright, just my sharing. Thanks, Annie.
Thank you so much. Well, it's 11, close to 11:15.
Yeah, maybe one last one from anybody. I saw here Rafiza. Rafiza is my schoolmate since Darjah 1, I think. Rafiza.
Wow, Masya Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Dr. Lily wants to say something.
Yeah, Dr. Lily. Yeah, where are you? Nampak dalam kereta tu.
Dalam kereta. Assalamualaikum to everyone. I just want to share a bit.
Waalaikumsalam.
I think although we can answer all that questions, besides the habit, another factor is our circle and who we hang around.
Oh yeah.
So I think that make a difference. For the past 2 years during MCO. So sometimes if we see people, some deteriorate tu maksudnya if kita keep away daripada the good vibes. But instead if we my experience that I hang around online with the positive vibes and strong vibes, so we upgrade ourselves instead of deteriorating. So sometimes, bukan sometimes, most of us macam kita human ni memang we have weaknesses kan. So we have to make sure kita hang around to the circle that give us strength. So kita tak drag ourselves down. So the good circle, the good strong vibes ni sometimes, especially international, because kadang-kadang orang kita, our people ni so slow nak adapt to change, nak upgrade. So kita ni choose the circle so that kita instead of drag down, kita upgrade ourselves up. So sometimes yelah macam kita kena make a point macam habit tu, antara yang dalam habit tu, in the habit is to get macam new contacts ke, to get sentiasa macam adalah ni kan, I selalu just make sure I join to get something new, to refresh. Sometimes not really new, tapi the angle that you share, the points tu not new, tapi the way we share kan, the way you share and the other people share, so kita tambah kita punya wisdom lah kan.
Yeah,
Sometimes
absolutely.
sometimes kita age tapi kita tak tambah wise. So that's the difference lah, yang orang kata mencari ilmu tu sampai dari lahir sampai ke liang lahat kan. So ilmu Allah tu maha luas, sebab kalau kita tengok habis air dalam laut ni pun jadi tinta tu kan. Ilmu Allah tu tak habis-habis. So kita we should always think that kita sentiasa dahagakan ilmu, and hopefully with that we always improve our quality of life. Okay, itu je.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for sharing. Inshallah.
Yeah, it's
Well said.
to summarize, is unstoppable. Betul, Dr. Lily. We cannot stop. We cannot stop ourselves to learn, relearn, reskill. Okay, maybe you want to wrap up, Annie. Summarize.
Well, yes. I guess as a summary, what I want to leave behind is that whenever we are faced with adversity, or even that moment when we feel like, penat lah, tak larat lah, then ask the question, what do I want? And why do I want it? Because we have to also learn to harness our intuition. Betul Dr. Lily cakap tadi, you go in and you want to get the good vibes, right? But don't go to a point where your own ability to make decisions, your own ability to stretch yourself kat mana and know where is your boundaries, jadi tumpul sebab you terlampau sangat ikut orang. Yeah, so learn how to process information and accept to the point of your own capacity, and then harness your own intuition. Listen to the inner voice. Kalau dia kata you need rest, so go for your rest. But always remember that there's always a limit to everything. Jangan rest lama-lama pula, pergi vacation sampai lama-lama when you know your work is not finished kan. So balance. Find that tipping point where your want, your why, and your how is met. Masya Allah, panjang pula summary dia. But that's for me today. Thank you so much for being with me. Jika tersalah bahasa, ampunkan saya. Tercepat juga, ampunkan saya. Sometimes I do get fast when I'm excited. So thank you so much for your presence. Thank you, Dr. Lise and Ida and team for inviting me.
Alhamdulillah. So it's a very impactful summarize for all of us. Maybe after this we can think about it and take action. All right. So we end our session for today. Thank you, Miss Annie. Thank you, Adela, for organizing this session.
Thank you,
Thank you
Annie.
so much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
great day.
Masya Allah. Ya.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, everyone.
Salam.